The king kills a shaver every week because he had a foot on top of his head. He didn't want outsiders to know about it. He sends his men to catch the shaver every week because none of them came back. Everyone was afraid. Today the king's soldiers came to the village again. The boy was chosen. Before he left, his mother packed him 3 pancakes. The boy was taken to the king's tent. The soldiers left one by one. The king handed the boy a knife. He takes off his hat and reveals his horns. The boy was startled, but after all, he was the king. The job had to be done. The boy was young, but he was more skillful than the others. Soon the king's head was bare. The king took the knife and looked at it. He was quite pleased with the boy's work. He offered the boy a chest of jewelry. The boy opened the chest, but there was nothing inside, and that's when the king pushed him into the chest. The king took the opportunity to push him into the chest. Beneath the chest was a cave with no bottom. The cave looked dangerous. In fact, it could kill him at any moment. Inside, an underground river rages. Watch as the boy is swept down the hole. The king closed the chest. Luckily, the boy was still alive, but he's surrounded by a mountain of skulls. His chances of survival are slim. The boy had just put on his hat, and the next moment, there seemed to be something under the skulls. The boy backed away in fear. It turned out to be a giant python. The boy took out the flute that his mother had given him. This beautiful melody. The python couldn't help but twist and turn. The python was transformed into a pet. This pet seems to like to eat people. The boy pulls out a pancake. The python eats the pancake and stops eating him. It carries the man to the entrance of the cave. With the help of the python, the man quickly escaped to the outside of the cave. The python expects another pancake from him. The boy just waved and left, and that got the python thinking. As the boy walked on, suddenly there was movement in the bushes. That scared the hell out of the boy. The next moment, a wolf popped out of the bushes. The boy rushes up the tree. The old wolf was screaming under the tree. The boy took out his flute and played. The hungry wolf turned into a husky. He was so happy that he hit the old tree. The tree shook. The boy fell on top of the wolf. At that moment, the wolf's stomach growled with hunger. The boy hurriedly took out a pancake. Otherwise, he might have been eaten himself. The hungry wolf thanked the man for the pancake. It even gave him a ride. Until late at night, he saw a house on the lake. The boy went to stay there. He didn't know it was. There was a witch in the house. The boy arrived. The old witch had disguised herself as a beautiful woman. She didn't expect to be offered a meal. The boy sat down. The woman slapped her hands together. The furniture tied the boy up. The woman had prepared a pot of boiling water. The boy wanted to play his flute before he died. The woman agreed. But when the boy's flute sounded, her body twisted uncontrollably. The rest of the furniture followed suit. The woman happily took off her coat and instantly became an old hag. The boy was horrified. The old hag threw off her coat. The old dead tree sprang to life, and it was full of fruit. The boy tried to escape. The old witch would not let him go so easily. The boy had an idea. He pulled out his last pancake. She gave him her coat. It was a great coat. The boy puts it on and becomes a little boy. Before he knew it, the old witch pulled on it. The boy was back to his old self. The witch turned him inside out and put it on the boy, and the boy became an old boy. This is a great treasure. The boy was going to do something big with it. A week later, he came to the king's castle. He said he had come to shave the king's head. The soldiers then escorted him to the king. The king didn't recognize him as the boy. He did it with the same skill as before. The king was satisfied. The king was pleased. He said he'd give him a chest of jewels. When the old man opened it, he said, "There's so much gold and jewelry inside. I can't spend it all." The king was shocked. He pushed the old man away to see. The old man pushed behind him. The king was not convinced. He tried to drag the old man in with him. The old man had an idea. He took off his coat and became younger, and his mustache disappeared at random. The king lost his grip. Cursing, he fell into a cave. The soldiers rushed into the house, but the house was empty. When the soldiers came to check, the boy slipped away. The boy became a little boy and walked out of the castle. The soldiers at the gate couldn't tell, and when he was far away, the boy changed back to his old self, and from then on, the shavers didn't have to be afraid every day.